My name is Michael Lumley. I'm the Vice President of Sales for North America for EticaAG, non-flammable LFP batteries. So my career in renewable energy actually started in a pretty unlikely place. I was actually working offshore as a roughneck in the Gulf of Mexico on an oil rig. And I discovered one night as I was standing on the railing my love for renewables, because I looked out across all the production platforms blinking in the Gulf of Mexico and thought that was a terrible misappropriation of infrastructure, considering more energy falls out of the sky every hour than mankind consumes in a year. I started my journey as an installer in the solar field, and with my background in finance, I managed to be the person who would explain the incentives and rebates to customers. That ultimately led to me moving up the ladder to explaining more complex systems to commercial clients, which then led me up to working in the utility scale space. That is where I started doing PPA negotiations, power project development, battery plus solar storage. In 2018, 2019, I launched an EV charging network incorporating all my energy management experience and energy development. We launched a first-of-its-kind company focused on using energy management and providing the amenities that people expect from fueling experiences like liquid fueling. We got nominated for the best charging hub in the world. We were the only nominee from North America. That led me around to lots of experience with batteries, lots of experience integrating clean energy projects with loads on site, and really set the stage for my foray into EticaAG. The reason I decided to join Etica was because Matt Ward, our president, I knew him from his microgrid days. He actually reached out after I had exited my previous company. When he laid out the concept of the technology, it was actually one of those I should have thought of that moments, because I was familiar with liquid immersion cooling and obviously familiar with batteries and battery storage development. Whenever he explained how they had used the two technologies in conjunction to solve the major problem in battery energy storage, I knew that was a company I could help grow into something stronger and better and really solve the problems for the industry. Battery energy storage is a real merging technology that enables the clean energy transition by helping smooth out the intermittency of renewables, but also tying together distribution and transmission. Having a technology that performs that function, but also eliminates the risk of thermal runaway for utility operators and commercial and industrial clients was a no-brainer. So the way that customers really understand our technology and its benefits is through the lens of projects that have gone awry with thermal runaway. Everyone knows the true benefit of battery energy storage. It really allows for a much smoother implementation of a lot of different energy projects. By including the benefits of battery energy storage, but eliminating the risk of thermal runaway, you essentially give clients the best of both worlds. It allows people to deploy in locations that are challenged or impossible with regular battery energy storage, and essentially creates the ultimate differentiator in the battery energy space. For the buyers in the energy space, you have an interesting distribution of their needs. The utility operators need something that is safe and reliable, but they are also critically focused on the vulnerability of their other infrastructure. With commercial and industrial clients, you're co-locating directly at their operations, so the continuity of that operation is absolutely critical mass. The ability to implement battery energy storage to achieve whether it's the goal of lowering your demand charges or to support an operation specific in your manufacturing processes, having the ability to deploy that solution into that space without introducing the risk of damage to those critical assets, it's absolutely paramount. Similarly, on the other side of the fence, the utility operators, they need to understand that their other critical assets are going to be safe and functional, but also the thermal management that's offered through liquid immersion cooling also affords it an additional 20% of usable life. That's the kind of benefit you don't get to see in most utility energy applications. So on both sides of the fence, we solve for problems that other technologies in the market just don't have the ability to solve. So the feedback we've been getting from clients as we engage them is that this really opens up the ability for them to apply the solutions in ways that they've never been able to do with other providers. Specifically, we're getting certified for indoor and rooftop installations, which in a world where you're challenged due to the price of real estate, so say for instance, New York and California, real estate is at an absolute premium. Areas where you already have site control and the ability to deploy in a safe environment with secure access, but also ensuring the safety and longevity of your other critical assets is absolutely invaluable. It prevents you from having to do additional permitting on exterior spaces. It allows you to build out projects with the confidence that you're not going to be risking your other assets. When you put that in conjunction with the 20% of additional useful life in the batteries due to the thermal management of liquid immersion cooling, it really makes it an easy choice for clients. I think there are a lot of amazing opportunities for growth for Etica's technology, specifically in California and New York City. There's an incredible value add to being able to deploy these systems both on site and co-located with other critical infrastructure. But I am a Texas native, and I've been working in the energy development space in the state of Texas for a long time. ERCOT has some incredible opportunities with their new Advanced Distributed Energy Resource Program, and specifically in their virtual power plant opportunity. In Texas right now, operators, whether they be commercial and industrial clients, or if they're small utility operators like co-ops or municipally owned utilities, they have the ability to deploy assets at their locations, aggregate those assets into a virtual power plant, and create a revenue stream that is yet hereto not been available to clients. So this is one of those moments where we can advance a technology while also building out a new distributed energy resource model that I think is really going to change the game, not only helping stabilize the grid and grid operations, but also creating revenue streams for utility operators that didn't have them before. For me, the most exciting part of EticaAG is bringing the unique solution that we have with liquid immersion-cooled battery energy storage to the market at large. This is one of those moments where the grid is going through an enormous transformation. Up until the 2010s, the grid pretty much was the same technology that Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla had deployed over 100 years ago. As that grid is starting to modernize, the opportunity to tie in renewable energy assets and advanced energy assets really hinges upon the ability to integrate it smoothly. Battery energy storage allows you to solve for the intermittency of renewables. It allows you to boost and reinforce transmission and distribution areas and integrate transmission across territories that really has not been able to do before. Another opportunity is it also allows people to manage the implementation of the upgrades to their grid operating systems, so substations, for instance. It allows them to have a much smoother timeline for planning. And in my opinion, that's one of the biggest opportunities. Enabling the clean energy transition is one of the paramount opportunities of our technology.